A new study has come out from JP Morgan suggesting the lockdowns may have actually been bad. But before we get to that, something interesting happened, and I am proud to say I no longer have any fear of YouTube banning me because Dr. Fauci himself has come around, saying staying closed too long could cause irreparable damage. Thank you, Dr. Fauci. Unfortunately for Dr. Fauci, it seems like his opinions bounce around too much. Early on, he said, don't wear a mask. Then he said, do wear a mask. Then he said, if we open too soon, it'll be, pandemonium. Now he's saying, if we stay closed too much. You know what, man? With all due respect, I like the guy, but it seems like he's just saying whatever the media is saying, like he doesn't really know. And that makes sense. Dr. Fauci only knows what the administration knows, and the administration says what they know, and the media reports it, and then the media reports it in their way, and then Fauci reports what everyone else already knows. Now, he's an expert, but there are a lot of other experts, too. And the other day, we saw a story about 600 doctors signing a letter to Trump saying it's time to reopen. Unsurprisingly, now Fauci himself is saying the same thing. So hopefully now YouTube gets it through their skull. But because YouTube is always late to the party, they're still gonna ban people, even though Fauci himself is saying we can't just stay closed. Stay-at-home orders intended to curb the spread of the coronavirus could end up causing irreparable damage if imposed for too long, says Fauci. I don't want people to think that any of us feel that staying locked down for a prolonged period of time is the way to go. Thank you. But take a look at this story. Maybe this is why Fauci is coming around. Many U.S. states have seen lower infection rates after ending lockdowns that are now destroying millions of livelihoods worldwide, JP Morgan study claims. This aligns with another study we've already seen, that 66% of those getting infected were the ones staying home. And the people who actually went outside were less likely to get infected. Dare I say the lockdowns may have been a mistake. We acted out of an abundance of caution. I can respect that. We built major field hospitals around the country and we didn't use them. Maybe we overreacted. I'm totally fine with that. You know why? As I've explained before, I have seen people prepare for hurricanes and then the hurricane doesn't come. And I'm glad they prepared. But now there should be no excuse. While we can entertain the reality of what happened, and maybe we went a little overboard, I'm cool with it. And now we can say, well, now we know better, right? Excellent. Now we can start to reopen things. Fauci's on board. I'm actually really happy for this because I was really worried the breakdown was coming and people were going to fight and stuff. We'll see how the tribalists handle this because it's going to be weird. I mean, if you're a Trump supporter and you've been calling for reopening, you must feel pretty, vindicated at this point. But the people who have been adamantly saying we must remain closed, what are you going to say now? Even Fauci is saying we can't stay closed too long. Now you've got no position other than, I guess, we'll agree with Trump. Here's the story from JP Morgan. Coronavirus lockdowns have destroyed millions of livelihoods, but failed to alter the course of the pandemic, given many U.S. states have seen lower infection rates after easing restrictions. The statistical analysis has raised questions about the effectiveness of the lockdowns put in place across much of the United States 2 months ago to stop the spread of COVID-19. It suggests that the lockdown measures have not only resulted in economic devastation, but could have also resulted in more COVID-19 deaths. Are you kidding me? We may have actually made things worse. It suggests, the strict stay-at-home measures put in place by the governors of most states in mid-March has so far seen nearly 39 million Americans lose their jobs and forced businesses to close. There are now more than 1.6 million infections in the U.S. and over 95,000 deaths. Unlike rigorous testing of potential new drugs, lockdowns were administered with little consideration that they might not only cause economic devastation, but potentially more deaths than COVID-19 itself. Author Marko Kolanovic, a trained physicist and a strategist for JP Morgan, said. We can see this figure of increased R after lockdown ended. I'm not going to read through this. I'm not an expert. I'm not an expert on reading these charts. The JP Morgan report says that restarting the U.S. economy may not lead to a second surge in infections that health experts have feared, given the falling infection rates seen since the lockdown measures were lifted in parts of the country. Almost all states have seen lower infection reproduction rates after lockdown measures were lifted, according to the report. Meanwhile, Nevada, Rhode Island, Texas, North Dakota, and Pennsylvania are the states where infection rates increased after lockdowns ended, according to the report. Infection rates have continued to decline even once a lag period of new infections to become visible is factored in, according to the report. A chart included shows that many U.S. states have seen a lower rate of transmission after full-scale lockdowns were ended. The R rate is the average number of people who will become infected by one person with the virus. Researchers and health experts have said a rate below 1.0 is a key indicator that the spread of the virus has been maintained. Reproduction rate data from RT.live on Friday showed that all but 2 states had lowered the infection rate. According to that data, Minnesota's R rate was 1.01 and North Dakota was 1.02. The report also includes a chart showing the vast majority of countries had decreased infection rates after lockdowns were lifted. The chart, however, doesn't specify which country is which. Take a look at Florida. No full lockdown. Guess what? They did better than New York. Take a look at South Dakota. They threw a parade for this lady. I bring it up a lot because I know it, but it matters. In New York, they have very strict and harsh lockdowns, and things have only gotten worse. I mean, add insult to injury. Cuomo actually ordered, the state mandated that COVID patients be brought into nursing homes. So you ended up with it, just being a whole lot worse than it should have been. I know there's going to be a lot of people saying, I told you so, but this is really incredible. Take a look at this. All 50 states have at least partially reopened this week by relaxing restrictions on businesses and social distancing in varying degrees across the country. Kalanovich said governments had been spooked by flawed scientific papers into imposing lockdowns that were inefficient or late and had little effect. While we often hear that lockdowns are driven by scientific models and that there is an exact relationship between the level of economic activity and the spread of the virus, this is not supported by the data. Indeed, virtually everywhere, infection rates have declined after reopening, even after allowing for an appropriate measurement lag. This means that the pandemic and COVID-19 likely have their own dynamics unrelated to often inconsistent lockdown measures that were being implemented. Those dynamics may be influenced by increased hand washing and even weather patterns, but seemingly not by full-scale lockdowns. The fact that reopening did not change the course of the pandemic is consistent with studies showing that initiation of full lockdowns did not alter the course of the pandemic either. The JP Morgan analysis linked the decision to impose lockdowns to flawed scientific papers predicting millions of deaths in the West. Boy, that's awful. Think about all the economic damage to all of these countries based on flawed economic papers. And I'm not highlighting just a single story that you can then say, oh, it's partisan. Oh, it's the right. Oh, it's JP Morgan. It's the rich people trying to get the economy going again because I want to get rich. I'm sorry. It's Dr. Fauci. No, he's not saying the same thing, but he is saying we're causing irreparable damage by staying closed too long, or we could. And I think that suggests that when we now have multiple studies showing we were wrong about this across the board, time to reopen up, huh? What's the problem? I don't understand why YouTube would take down scientists, and they have. Why Facebook would ban videos of mine. Apparently they have as well. Facebook doesn't allow some of my videos to be played. That's what I'm hearing. I don't know if it's true, but people are telling me that. Why? The data is here. Fauci is saying it. The evidence is clear. Here's what Fauci says. Stay-at-home orders intended to curb the spread of coronavirus could end up causing irreparable damage if imposed for too long, according to Fauci. He said the U.S. had to institute severe measures because COVID-19 cases were exploding then. But now is the time, depending upon where you are and what your situation is, to begin to seriously look at reopening the economy. Reopening the country to try and get back to normal, to some degree of normal. There we go. Thank you, Dr. Fauci. Thank you, Dr. Fauci. All right, everybody, it looks like the storm is clearing up. I can see it in my metrics. I'm happy to say that we made it through this one. And I'm sad to say that it seems like we may have messed up and jumped the gun and taken it a bit too far. But hey, you know what? Hindsight is 2020. Never forget that. It doesn't mean we did the wrong thing, but it does mean we should act accordingly in the future. Now, one thing I'm worried about, this may have been a false alarm. But if we get a real alarm later on and we underreact because of it, that would be a bad thing. So you got to be, I don't know. No, everyone always thinks they would know what to do at the right time in the right circumstance, but we really, really don't. And while we may regret having done this, it's only because we now know. We had the time. I think we did the right thing. I really do. It's bad for a lot of people. Unemployment got really, really bad. Some of these businesses and jobs won't come back, but we are going to see, in my opinion, a massive economic boom. We're going to see a relief package, I think. We're going to see people start reopening businesses. We're going to see new jobs start skyrocketing. Why? Because the demand is going to be insane. It will be a major boom. I hope so. And I think a lot of these businesses that were lost, it's very, very sad, but I think some of them can maybe reopen. Maybe not in the same way. But I think we're going to see something magical. It is rather unfortunate it happened just before an election. We'll see how that plays out. But considering Trump's successes over the past several years with boosting the economy, I think Trump can steer the ship in the right direction in these next coming months to dramatically improve the economy. But we will see how things play out, because now it's Trump's true test. Trump had coming off the Obama economy with slow growth. Then we saw a massive boom in growth. Will Trump be able to bring that same growth back? If he can do this, and he can do it quickly, I believe he will win in a landslide. A recent economic model from Oxford says he's going to lose in a landslide because of the economy. Fauci's now saying it's time to reopen. Every state is slowly reopening. I think Trump, he's got, about 5.5 months or so to actually make some big changes. I think he can do it. I think so. But we'll see. We'll see. Everything was destroyed, and destruction is easy. You think about a big machine, right? An engine. It's very difficult and very precise. Build something like that. The precision needed. But it takes nothing but a single wrench in the spoke, and boom, the whole thing breaks. Putting it back together could be very difficult. Donald Trump needs to make sure this works and make sure he does this right. He's going to work overtime if he wants to get reelected. Stick around. I got a couple more segments coming up for you in a few minutes, and I will see you all shortly.